Faith Forged in Fire, where we dive headfirst into the unique challenges and triumphs that comes with being a firefighter, all while exploring what it means to live out a biblical worldview. Join us as we find hope, perseverance, and faith in the midst of the heat and chaos. Welcome to the podcast.
Podcast will be sponsored by Little Caesars.
Yeah. First one by Little Caesars, the next one by Tums.
Mylanta.
Next one by Charmin.
The quicker picker. Oh, look at PJ. Oh no, they're back together.
Guess who's back again.
There he is.
Rich and Jake are back.
Couldn't you have been down just for a little bit longer at least, so we got like a half a Jake or something this episode?
You switch seats, you can move the camera.
You just wait.
Still here.
You just.
When are we going to start recording?
Oh, we're all recording.
Yeah.
Oh, is this recording?
Oh, yeah.
All of
You
it.
need the 30 seconds to get the air conditioner knocked out.
Man, I should.
Yeah.
I should have grabbed a piece of pizza. Can you turn mine down a little bit, please?
His mic. Turn it all the way down.
Yes.
Your
my
ears?
ears, yeah.
Talk.
You should be this one.
Testing. Oh, perfect, right there. Just up just a hair. Yep, perfect. Now down like a millimeter. And then if you go up just like half a millimeter.
Just a smidge.
He misses a month, but now he thinks he can do whatever he
knows.
wants.
He knows to expect this.
Welcome back to the Faith Forged in Fire podcast. It's
Hey,
been a
you
while.
got a microphone. It should be in front of you, not to the side of you.
It's close enough.
Listen, don't tell us how to podcast.
That's right. He does. If I get too close, I'll
That's all right.
then you will have to edit. So, anyways, it's been a while, so we're going to introduce ourselves. My name is Josh. This is Jake. That's Rich, and there's Steve.
Steven. Chi-Town Shucksta.
Where's our? Oh, we don't have.
It's not there. I discovered that last month. I got to get it back on there.
Where to go?
When
There's
we
no
move,
excuse of me
I don't
anymore.
know.
I've given it back months ago.
When we move,
Well, we talked about firing you, and PJ was so excited about doing it.
I know.
He deleted this.
Just deleted
Go
it.
on. Get
Yeah.
rid of the
Then he
music.
came
First
back
thing
the
to go.
next month, and I was like, "Oh, whoops!"
Oh,
How do we put that back?
Control Z. Oh, you're an Apple guy. So the topic of this
Command Z. I mean,
Right.
nothing wrong with it.
this week is firefighters make life or death decisions in seconds. And there's a question mark behind it. So I'm thinking that PJ's wondering, do we really make life or death decisions in seconds?
I just
Or
thought
does
it was
take
just-
us longer.
Poor grammar.
Poor Grimmer.
Grimmer.
Oh, thank God we've got you.
Well, this is probably for. I think I was thinking this actually. By the way, Steve, I'm telling you because you were actually didn't bail on me last month. You were here.
Yeah.
By-
It's because he didn't.
So
have
this
anything to
was
do.
Rich's from last month, and I saved it for this month.
Is
so
he referring to when they scheduled the podcast around our busy schedule so that we couldn't make
when we
it?
when
that's
we
what I thought.
when we changed it an hour before?
When we had to fill
We
it.
could blame some of that on Chief for not informing me fully of the plans
Yeah.
that he made for me.
So I might be. Well, that was the last one. I didn't go because of a meeting, right?
Yeah, but
So
but then but we had to change it because of
You guys had the
we had
rally, right?
snowdrift, so that's why we changed.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
So has it been 2 months since I've been here?
Yeah.
yeah.
Been missing you.
Nice.
Jake's wanting everybody to know he's got coffee.
He's got
That's what
yeah.
that crinkle is.
Yeah.
Well, I just knocked it over, so I had to pick it up.
So, anyways, I do believe that was kind of the thought of for our audience who is not
Right.
first responders.
Can we
help
just
them
jump back
think
to the
through
snowdrift thing? How long did you guys know that was coming up?
What depends on who you talk to.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Yeah, I'm just
Exactly.
I
saying.
knew it was coming for months. PJ's wife knew it was coming for months. PJ's light bulb came on like the Monday before we left.
The ride up?
No.
Tuesday
My
night.
light bulb. My wife turned my light bulb on and said, "Hey, You got this.
Rich is in the driveway.
But-
He's waiting for
But to be fair, that was for like Friday and Saturday. And when I asked him, he was like, "Oh yeah, we're going Wednesday too."
Oh.
And I didn't know that was part of the conversation. So
It's just how guys communicate.
we could blame TJ because apparently he started texting you instead of our group text, so I was not a part of that. What's
You
that?
never answered us. So we just skipped you.
That's fine.
We kicked you out of the kids club.
I tried to get out of it. I still went, didn't I?
I know.
I wouldn't miss that. That's a hoot, sort of.
Oh, he's got
to go get pizza.
He's starving.
I thought I'd already.
Yeah,
I told you.
Jake is starving today.
I told you. I should have grabbed a piece before we started.
Yeah, he can't help himself right now.
So when it comes to making life or death decisions, there are times we do it in seconds. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say maybe 1 or 2 seconds, but no thanks, I'm driving. But it may be.
Like Lady and the Tramp. Kind of thing.
Let's get it all out of our system in this episode.
Glad you're back. Glad we're back, aren't you? So I would say that, yes, sometimes we do make decisions that are rather quick. Other ones we can take our time a little bit more on. But I think that all comes back to the training on how well prepared you are. Like a new guy. You get a new guy that rolls up on scene. Do you think he's doing an on scene? You know, is he
Scene
thinking
size
in his
up?
head
Yeah.
on what's going on? Like, man, if I park the truck there, that ain't going to work. I need to park it here, or why? You know, a lot of those guys don't know it well enough to just do it instinctively.
Right.
So those guys might take 5 minutes to figure that out. But if we've done it, we've been in that position before and did it wrong, that's normally the way we learn. It's like, oh, I've been here before.
Yeah.
I ain't never doing that again. I'm
Right
here. But
Yeah, so let's walk through this a little bit. Just I'm going to pick your brain because
that won't take long.
you're the chief.
Who's our sponsor?
You better get a rake. A pick's not going to find anything. You're going to be searching for a while.
So what? First of all, let's do this again. I'm thinking targeting those who've not been in our shoes, so they don't understand. Because here's the other thing. I can't remember if we talked about this last month, but how many times we get off the truck, people are hollering and screaming, "Do something! Do something! Do something!" And we are not in as big of a hurry as everybody thinks we should be, for many reasons. So when you get off the truck, let's say, oh boy, I'm sorry, but the four of us run a call. That'd be rough. That'd be like the Four Stooges getting out of the truck.
Yeah.
It'd be rough.
So, in all seriousness, let's say the four of us, we run a call. So you're chief, you're going to be command, right? What as you pull up and then you're getting out of the car? Let's pick something. Let's say a PI accident, personal injury accident, automobiles involved. Some people call them MVAs, whatever.
PIAs, MVAs.
All those things. Two cars crash, somebody's hurt. It's in the middle of the road. What are the things you are thinking of, especially so life safety? Because saving lives in split second is not always the victim. It's sometimes us. So what are the things you're thinking about?
Well, when I roll, we'll say that it's during the day, and it's you and I and these two knuckleheads that are in the truck with us. And I roll up there, the first thing I'm going to do...
I'm bringing pizza.
I was going to say.
The first thing I'm going to do is go like, I know PJ can cut a car. I know he can do medical. I know he knows what he's doing. Jake...
Oh, sorry about that.
It wasn't me. It was Rich.
Jake used to, so he probably knows or remembers enough from back in the day. Steve has probably never done any of that stuff before. I know
So he'll be our rookie, our resident rookie.
I'm the rook.
Probably then I'll be going like, ooh, that car looks bad. Looks like we're going to have to cut the door off from it. It looks like we've got 2-3 patients. First thing I'm going to do is call mutual aid.
Which is, so for somebody who doesn't know, help from another department in our context.
Yep. And then we're going to park the truck. Depends on who's driving. We're going to park the truck to block traffic.
If we didn't already.
Yeah, if that's not already happening, chances are depends on who's driving.
Because that's part of that saving the lives. Like we got to think about it. do I just block a lane? Do I shut the road down?
Yep.
How close do I need to be?
Right.
What's the best way for my guys to get out of this truck when I park it so they're not stepping out into traffic? There's a lot of things going through your mind before you even get out of the truck.
And then you kind of got to triage, like you look and go like, ooh, which car looks the worst? You know, that guy is out walking around his car looking at the tires and he was all by himself. So there's a good chance he's a low priority. If he's a priority at all, he might AMA or sign off, refuse medical, and the other people. So you might have to put all of your priority into taking care of the patients that are in the more damaged vehicle. But that's also something we hired Steve a month ago, and he rolls up there. Steve isn't going to know all of that stuff, but as he learns and as he gets experience, he'll find that when he rolls up on scene, he's not even really thinking about. He just goes up and goes like, "Oh, we're going to close the road off," and he's just going to close it off. There'll be some thought to it, but it'll come a whole lot more instinctively.
But here's what I would say is a good thing that Steve can do, because this is what you guys taught me when I was new, and I find that it's harder and harder the more because it went from I can't do anything so I can do this, which I'll mention in a minute, to now I'm thinking, okay, I'm actually going to have to cut this car apart, because dispatch will tell you that it's a PI accident with extrication. That does not mean that it is actually with extrication or that there's even a PI, right? You might get there, everybody's out of the car, it never was, whatever. Yep. So I get there and I'm going in a different seat, knowing you've got everything else covered. I'm going, okay, yes, I have to get the cutters out. I got to get the spreaders. I'm probably going to maybe say to Jake, hey, grab the tarp, start getting the tools. I'm probably going to take a walk over with you. You're going to be looking at the patients. I'm going to be looking at what's got to be cut apart on the car.
Right.
So what I didn't do as well is probably do a bigger scene size up, right? Which we need to, but what?
Hopefully you did that on the way in.
Well, yes, but there's.
I know where you're going.
When I was that guy standing by the bumper of the truck, kind of staying out of the way, I knew there was something I could do that these guys were not, because they were focused. I'm looking for power lines. Like, I'm looking at all the stuff. I'm even looking to see, is there a car in the woods that we didn't see? Or is there a baby seat somewhere that we didn't see? Like, all of those things that we all have to do. Yeah. But when you get a guy like Steve, his mind is not where my mind is. My mind is not where Rich's is. But that's where, when you all start working together and know who's doing what and how they're working, that's when it goes smooth. But that's also why we're not as much in a hurry when people are freaking out, because we've got to take time to process what we're seeing.
And a lot of times we talk about that on the way.
Yeah.
On the way there, go like, hey, this is extrication. I'm going to do a 360. I'm going to triage patients quick, update ALS, how many patients we got. PJ's going to grab the tools. Jake's going to help with this. Steve's new. So if you will, and I've told people this before, even if you can't do anything, get in the back of the truck and grab the fire extinguisher and take it out and set it next to a car. Because then if something starts, if I really think something starts, I'm going to have you pull a hand line, and we're going to get the truck in pump in case a fire breaks out while we're doing extrication. Yeah. Other than that, there's no reason you can't pull a fire extinguisher on every MVA. Sure. It's there. Yeah.
Right.
What's the worst you're going to do? Pick it up and carry it back? So what?
But at least it's there,
But like with you, if I'm doing that and I do a 360 and I get a hold of dispatch and tell them, hey, let Rockford know that I got 2 Med 2s and 2 Med 1s, and I turn around and Steve's carrying a fire extinguisher up there, I'm like, yeah. He's thinking. Yeah. And I don't know if I told you that when I started also, or when you started, but I like to tell the rookies, look, us more experienced guys should not have tunnel vision.
Right.
We should see the car in the woods. Obviously there's going to be cases where you may not. We should see the power line is down in the road. We should see these things. But sometimes we don't. We get up there, if PJ's riding in the officer seat or the passenger front seat for the other people, he's looking at the car going like, oh, man, that was a T-bone right to the driver's door. This is going to hurt. Maybe I'm better off to extricate from the passenger side. He's already building a plan in his head how this is going to do. Okay, the door is this way. I'll start with the cutters right away, maybe have to go to the spreaders, vice versa. I'm worried about getting triage done, making sure I got enough trucks coming to take the patients away. Whereas you, I could just say, just look back, and like PJ saying, you're looking at the car going like, oh, that's really messed up. But you don't have any idea where to start cutting it apart because you haven't been trained yet.
Absolutely.
So one of the great things you can do is look and go like, guys, hey, it happened to him in a fire. One of the rookies said, hey, and there was a wire hanging down.
Yep. So, yeah, no, I mean, it was a little while. I mean, it was in the smoke. So, but yeah, it was one of the younger guys who is less focused on fighting the fire. He was backing me up, and he says, hey, there's a wire right there, watch it. And I didn't really hear what he said, and I was getting this fire out. I was determined. And eventually he just grabbed me and yanked me, and then like within an inch was a hot wire that had burned in half and was hanging down. It was in the smoke. I couldn't see it, but he did. And it's stuff like that when I say, you know, saving life or death. That was a life or death, right? If he wouldn't have just grabbed me, I mean, I was a little aggravated when he did because I'm like, what are you doing? And then he pointed. He literally like took his finger in front of my face so that I would follow it. And I was like, oh, thank you. You know?
But in that case, it wasn't a couple seconds. He made that decision.
Right.
He saw it. You didn't respond.
Right.
He grabbed you.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But when you're going into that room, you've got a different plan.
Right.
That you probably didn't make in 2 seconds. You might have went, the fire's in this room, I got to go, and made that decision in 2 seconds. But now you're thinking, is there somebody in here? Is there not somebody in here? Where's the fire? What are we going to do? And you got to just go back with experience and training.
So, and you guys have been quiet. You can jump in here, but I'm just thinking this through too. How have and Jake, you've been there. You know, you've been on that side of it, so you can speak to this too. How have you seen? Like for one thing, I would say I don't think about that. It's not like, oh, I just made a split-second decision. I hope it was the right one. We just make the decision in the moment.
It's instinctive. After you do it for so long, you know, you just do it. You know, the wire thing. I'm assuming he probably saw that, thought about it for a second of like, oh, I need to make a move here.
Yeah.
We had one when I was on his department. We had a PI on a particularly icy winter day. I think it was the driver was ejected and was lying. You had to go through the ditch, down and up. That was the only way to where they were. It was just a deep ditch in the area, kind of a rural setting. And it took, I think, 8 or 9 of us after backboarding to get him back onto the road and loaded into the bus. And
ambulance for those who don't know.
Sorry, yep. And so
you're gonna get us demonetized.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm just throwing a random bus,
throwing him in the school bus, and I'm kidding. It was a tour bus. I had made it up onto the road, and so we just kind of were handing off, you know. And well, it got to the end of the patient, and I was up on the board, and there was a deputy next to me. He was the next one up, and he slipped and was still holding the patient. And I reached out and made that grab of just like, no, you can't go down because the patient can't go down.
Yeah.
Forgive me for yanking you back up here, but it's it's just sometimes you get those instincts of you're just paying attention. You don't even think about it. You just you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So what I found, and I was thinking about this when we were at Snowdrift, we had an incident. Turned out to be nothing, but at Snowdrift at the rally, when you do respond, there are several, it's like a convoy of people heading down the track. And so we got there, it was a car full of 3 firefighters, and we pull up. I don't think anybody else even got out of the vehicles, did they?
I don't.
It was like they didn't know what to do. And we didn't even, we didn't even think twice. We just got out and we started checking for patients.
Assessing patients.
Yeah, even though they said nobody was hurt. We just went and we got back in the truck and realized, oh, I guess we can't, because we were kind of frustrated with everybody else.
Yeah.
But we realized, just because we're so used to, you just get there and you get out and see what's going on. And you don't trust anybody's word. You ask, you put your eyes on it, you figure it out, and you make a decision.
You got to verify.
We were not the ones in that situation that should have been making those decisions because there was no accident at the time. We didn't know that. but we got back in the truck, and it was like, oh, well, we just do that all the time, right? So even though it might not be life and death type all the time, you notice that in those situations, you're just more, again, none of us thought about it. It was, I felt, I didn't think about it until I got back in the truck and was like, oh, that wasn't an actual call. Like, I just got out of the truck and started towards the incident and started asking questions and sizing it up.
Mm-hmm. And to your previous point, I was going to say that actually as well. Most, I would dare say, of those quick thinking, actions, those decision-making moments are generally not life and death. It's not like, okay, do I jump or don't I?
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's typically within the moments of the scene playing out, the incident playing out, as you discover things, as you either extricate, as you make entry, whatever it is. That's when those decisions come out. But it takes this awareness. In order to even just do the job, you have to have an awareness about you on what's going on. Like you were saying with the the more veteran guys, they're not doing this big scene size up as they arrive. They're doing it on the way in. They're not It's not like in Fire Academy where you're announcing scene size up.
Everybody in the back.
Any wires overhead? Any wires down there? Is there anything that we're going to slip and fall on? Yeah, it's not like that. You're just making mental notes as you go in of the things that you are being, that the environment that you are entering. Sorry, somebody honked. I thought maybe my car alarm went off.
Nobody's going to steal it.
Well, it's not a cool Subaru, so I don't see why they would. So yeah, as you enter into that incident, you're just aware of your environment. So
you're talking about on the way there and getting that scene size up in your head
as you approach, as you approach.
And a lot of times, like for us three, a lot of times that happens as soon as the pager goes off. What's my intersection? Because I'll tell you, a lot of the people will get a call at 17 Mile Road in Algoma. I'll go, two things are going to happen. PD's going to arrive and we're going to get canceled because it's a 4-way stop and it's just a fender bender.
Right.
Billy wanted to go straight. Billy Jr. was going to take a left-hand turn.
They went at the same time.
And they hit each other at the same time.
Billy Jr.'s only 8. I don't know why he's in the car. But it's weird.
And why he's driving, too.
Yeah, why is he driving? That's what I'm saying.
License yet.
On the other hand, it could be a guy on Algoma going southbound, crossing 17 Mile Road, and somebody on 17 Mile doesn't stop and smokes them. So you're either disregarded or it's bad. Well, we had one out on the expressway the other day, and I had one of the rookies with me, and we're driving. And like you're saying, I'm in my head going like, okay, we're going to the expressway. It's a rollover. Was it on the median side or was it in the ditch side?
Yep.
Have I heard any updates? And I've got this running through my head. And he's small talking. I got nothing against that. It was fire department related, but he's small talking. And you want to talk about drive me nuts? Because it's like, bro, we've got like 2 minutes to get on scene, 3 minutes to get on scene.
Right.
That's valuable time for me.
With all due respect, shut up.
What time of the day is it? Can I call? Do I call this station? Do I call this station?
Those are the other things that we talk about split-second decisions. You said, where is it? Okay, now where's my closest department? Because we are not like a big department where we just call for another alarm and we've got somebody there within another station from our department comes within seconds. And by the way, dispatch just knows who the next closest station is. We have to know this department is closer. Oh, but I also know that it's 2:00 in the afternoon and I'm going to get one person from there. I'd rather wait another 5 minutes and get 4 people from this department.
Right.
All those things are going through our mind. So, yeah.
And that's like he's saying, that scene size up, like for me, I've got a whopping 2-mile drive from my house to the station. When I'm going on a call, that thought process starts when I get up. As soon as my phone goes off and tells me we got a call, if my radio's in the house, I turn it on right away to get as much information as I can. My radio's able to scan. I can hear police. Can't talk to them, but I can hear them. So if MSP shows up on scene and says, yeah, we got one on the roof, I don't have to wait for dispatch to get that information from police dispatch to fire dispatch to tell me. Now I'm thinking, okay, it's 2:00 in the afternoon. It's just going to be John and I, maybe one more person. It's a rollover on the roof. I'm going to get cedar coming.
Right.
So those are things that we and you probably still do too.
Even listening to the pager, how urgent is the voice? Because not always, they're usually pretty good. But if there's a lot of screaming and hollering and panic on the other end, you can sense it when they page you. Or if it's like an oh no moment, they're paging you very fast because they got somebody else they got to page or something else they've got to do, and then you're going,
and then you listen, and it's immediate to another department.
Yeah, then you're like, oh,
yeah.
See, and that's one of the things. It's good, but it's bad for me. With Kent County Dispatch, those people will dispatch you to a 60-year-old female that fell and needs help up. They'll tone it the same as they do a serious one. So we're going to go back to May 17th call. That call came out cool, calm, collected. I had no idea what we were going to walk into.
Yeah.
And when we walked into it...
But they weren't taking it cool, calm, and collected.
No, it was a show. I mean, it was...
when the call came in, it had
already hit the fan. So it was such a shock to me, I guess, because the dispatch is going, soul and rescue, check in, you've got a 7-year-old female hit by a lawnmower, and you're going like, okay. My initial thought was, well, she got her foot ran over.
Right.
An ankle injury. Ooh, we're going to Sam splint and be good to go till we top the hill. And then it was like yin and yang. It was absolutely different. So that's something that I sometimes wish dispatch would show a little bit of emotion because...
Or at least a little urgency.
Right.
Yeah, and I get why they don't. Because there is a bad thing to have a fire truck full of guys freaking out because they know something's bad.
Yeah, but I think just preparing your mind for that. There's another side of that, and I can't remember who it was, but somebody not long ago, I was talking to them, and they said this. They said they never do a size up on the way because of that. You have no idea, and really, we don't. And it's not, and people get upset with dispatch all the time. It's really not their fault. They're only getting the information that they have. I mean, the other night, we got called out to an accident southbound on the highway. So off we go, right? And we keep hearing another call, another car. Like it was icy. It turns into this several car pileup. We can't. It's nowhere to be found. Oh, it's northbound, right? Well, that's not dispatch's fault. They were telling us what they were told.
And we got to give it to them because they have to be a detective in their role. They have to ask questions. They've got to be like a prosecuting attorney cross-examining somebody in order to get that info out sometimes. Not always. Some people will give that
Not
info.
to mention the helplessness. Imagine she's calm, cool, and collected, knowing that she's sending you to this horrible situation.
Now, on the other side of that story, she's keeping cool, calm, collected for me, but she was also keeping that cool, calm, and collected for the family that called 911.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Well, they're screaming and they can't get anything out. I mean, I would be freaking out. So the dispatcher has to carefully piece together where we're at, what's going on, and get help coming. So that's one of the things that irritates me is ALS, fire, and police get all these kudos about, first. And dispatch is kind of the ugly stepchild, so to speak. And man, if it wasn't for dispatch, and I don't care who you are, ALS, police, or fire, if your dispatch is horrible, good luck. Your life is going to suck.
Yeah.
So how can that change though? Like you said, sometimes you hope that or you wish that they would show that emotion, but is there a way that they can almost like notify you of like this might be a bad one? You know what I mean? Like and they use
I don't think so because now anytime you do that kind of a change, now you're throwing a protocol in.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Us for our dispatchers, and I've got a PI with 2 people pinned in, smoke coming, and I hear a lot of screaming in the background. Well, it's a couple younger kids. They're scared. They're not hurt. They're just scared, so they're screaming. So is that a dire emergency for me? Do I tell the guys, check in and step it up? Well, then what about Steve? What is Steve's thoughts on that? What's PJ's thoughts on that? So
Yeah,
now you
it
gotta
becomes
throw in a protocol.
subjective. Yeah,
Right.
it becomes subjective,
Well-
and then also you run the risk of even unintentionally getting some of these firefighters revved up, and now they're going to start
Yeah.
pushing that gas pedal down a little bit harder.
Yep.
And they're gonna, maybe stop. They're gonna slow down at that red light just a little less, and then you start increasing that risk of safety for both them and the general public around them on
Right.
the way to the call. So
And we do that ourselves. We had a crash on 17 Mile Road. It came out, 2-car crash, 5-month-old not breathing. Well, you didn't have to tell me anything more than that.
right,
I went to that call faster than what my normal call was. Now, I wasn't doing 130, but I mean, I got there a little bit quicker.
Right.
Yeah.
But I still did it as safe as I could. It's just sometimes I'm a whole lot safer than
Right.
now, but
Well, I think all that is where I was started with the other. We kind of got sidetracked, but this person I was talking to, they said that for all those reasons you said, they don't do any size up until they get there to know what they have. Like, and he was telling me he had a rookie with him or something, and they're like, well, how many patients do we have? And he says, well, we have none right now. And he was like, well, until I lay eyes on them and I identify them, we have no patients. And I get that. I'm like, I think that's a good, but what I've tried to do is, and I think we all do, I think you're behind the 8 ball if you haven't started to size it up, come up with a plan. But how many times does that plan go out the window as soon as you turn in the driveway or pull up on the scene?
Yeah.
And instantly it's like, forget it. We're doing this, and this, know? So I think that's part of all those split-second decisions to save a life is being able to process the information we have, but throw all that out the window when new information comes in quickly.
Well, you have to, and I've had the privilege of training with some state and federal law enforcement and some different non-fire related stuff, and their motto was, "It's not going to be how you think."
Yeah.
It's never how you think.
No.
So whatever scenario you have in your mind right now, how you think it is, get it out of your mind, because you're going to expect one thing, and you're going to have to make a split decision or a split-second decision on something totally different that just takes you by surprise.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It's the same concept with responding, doing your size up and everything else.
you got to remember where dispatch is getting their information from, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we had a head-on 17 Mile Road, patient pinned in, serious bleeding from the face. When we got there, he was not pinned in. He had to go, well, he wasn't pinned in, but, the movies made it look like he was pinned in because the driver's door was so mangled up. They actually opened up the passenger door. And he was held over
right,
the window.
exactly.
Yeah. And he was bleeding so hard that the airbag gave him a smoke to the face, and he busted his lip open, and his nose was busted, and it was bleeding. Yeah, it was bleeding, not real bad.
Right.
So you go in there going like, oh, extrication and some serious facial injuries, and then you get out and the guy's walking around, and you're going like, where's my patient? Where's my patient? And it's like, oh, he's over there. And it's like, oh.
Well, I think that leads to where I want to kind of wrap this up because we're getting to that time. You brought that up earlier, Rich, about the fact that I think it was you, maybe it was Jake, one of you brought up the idea that often we're not making split-second decisions to save lives all the time. I mean, we are making quick decisions, often for our own safety, but to save a victim. And so what that brought to my mind was, again, this idea that, I mean, I can't tell you how many times you pull up on a scene and somebody comes freaking out and wondering why you're not, like, you got to do something. Well, here's the thing. I can see them. They're breathing. They're talking. Like, it is better for you, first of all, that I take a minute to come up with a plan instead of doing something dumb and making the situation worse. And second of all, that whole, look, I've seen bad. This ain't bad. Like you just said, oh, they're bleeding up. And you want to see bleeding all over the place. Like,
It is bad to somebody else. That's why.
Right.
That's why I hate the question when I go to Steve and Steve fell and hurt his ankle. Steve, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst pain, what
It was a 10.
what is it?
It's always a 10, right?
Well, the worst pain I ever had was when my back was out. So, I mean, that hurt a lot. But what happens if the person really never has
Never
been
had
that
pain.
injured?
So it's a 10. Yeah.
It's a 10.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, but I've seen people go, it's a 3, and I'm looking at the situation going, I'd have passed out by now.
yeah,
like,
your bone is sticking out the side of your leg, you know? Yeah.
Or you got the people that have
right.
like zero pain tolerance and everything is like bad. You know, like if you
yeah.
stub your toe and you're like, you know, you're rolling around on the ground and stuff, and like,
Or the opposite, somebody who has very high pain tolerance, and it's like, sir, you've got a compound fracture.
Yeah, you might wanna
It's a
sit
compound
down.
femur fracture.
Did you go?
Oh, okay.
Albrecht? Did you go on the call of the Albrecht where the guy jumped over the campfire? He was laying on his. This is one of these calls that every time I go by the house, I can remember it.
Was this
Laying on
this
his
was
left
north
side.
of 20? North of 21?
North of 20, probably.
North of 20?
And get up there. He's covered up with a blanket, drinking a beer.
Yes. Yes. I do.
We're
Yeah.
like, hey, where are you hurting, buddy? And he goes, well, my right leg hurts. Oh, do you mind if I take a look at it?
What did he say? His leg? I thought he said his ankle.
His ankle.
He's like, my right ankle hurts.
He pulls the leg or he pulls the blanket up and he picks his leg up. So he's laying on his side. He just kind of is like doing the split, and his right foot is just dangling around. And I'm sitting there trying not to puke because I'm going like, whoa, put it down.
Put the blanket back on. That's gross.
Oh, the ambulance will be here in a little bit. We're going to put a splint on you. Can I have another beer? We're like, oh.
that's a great patient. Right?
Well, at this point, I guess you might as well.
Yep.
Ambulance is about 10 minutes. How quick can you down that before they put you in there? Oh, man. Some of those people, though, for real. Like you said, that pain tolerance, that was, that was a wild one. I remember that was comical afterwards.
Steve, where do people get a hold of us? We got to wind this train
We
down.
got our wine. The plane is coming in on the descent. So, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, keep writing us. Keep writing us. FFIF.
Steve's lonely. Keep writing.
I am lonely too, and I need. You know, we're getting like one a week. You know, someone's just writing in and.
Come on,
giving it to
guys.
you
We can do better than that.
We can do it. Come on, a little bit more. Come on, get the email going. FFIFpodcast@gmail.com. And you know, wherever you like watching us, we have plenty of areas to go. Spotify, YouTube, wherever you watch a podcast.
by the way, guys, the YouTube comments
Sorry,
have
that
been.
is my favorite. Wherever you watch your podcast, that's where you can
He
get us.
usually says your favorite podcast. Like ours is not the favorite.
Well, like that.
He just assumes.
I'm assuming that ours is the
Oh,
best.
man.
It's our favorite podcast.
It's our favorite
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
There are 4 regular listeners.
I'll say, and I haven't mentioned this to you guys, but the YouTube comments are hopping a little bit lately, and that's been really cool to see some people. Young kid, I assume young, kind of seemed that way. Said he just started Academy, found our podcast,
nice.
just absolutely loving it. So just, I mean, and we're getting several of those on different ones. So it's super encouraging.
Did you remind him for $150 mailed to Steve that we get him the answers for the final test?
If you need help and cheat answers, let me know.
Just email cheat at ffifpodcast.com.
Oh, that's
man.
good.
And then Steve will ask somebody else because he doesn't even know how to open a bag of coffee.
No.
What? Oh, hey, look at that. We've got some coffee here.
Talking about bag of coffee.
Yeah, we still have some of the Forged in Fire collection.
I've heard good things.
It is running low. I will tell you, it is. We
Everybody
had a
likes
pretty
that.
big surge in the last month, and we'll see if we bring it back.
I
But
think we
it
need
might
to.
be it might be a special once a year edition.
Oh, there you go. Like get a quantity when it's gone. It's gone.
When it's gone, it's gone.
Because
and
they
then-
like it. I think
Oh, yeah.
it's
Oh, it's good.
I'm impressed.
Shamrock Shakes at the Golden Arches.
What? By the way, how is your coffee stock? I know Jen's been frustrated. She's like, "Man."
Is this the place to talk about
Steve,
that?
Oh, she's been frustrated. She's like, "Hey."
your wife's desire for coffee isn't my problem. We have a website that she can order from. We've been over this.
No, I know, but what is there? Have you restocked? Remember when you were all out of coffee?
This isn't like we run out and then restock and then run out.
I love it.
I
I love it. We're trying to give props to our sponsor.
Oh,
and
my
he just
goodness.
throws you on the floor. Like,
Listen,
This is going to last 20 minutes. You might just want to cut now so we can just
calm down. Quit sicking your watchdog after me.
No.
Oh, no.
A couple months ago, you were getting low on stock.
We were, yes. We've restocked. We are
Okay, good.
mostly restocked. Yeah.
I'll let Jen know because she was.
It is. I hope you do, so you can quit sicking you after me.
Exactly. She was like, I know. She's like, if you talk to Jay, can you find out when he's getting more coffee? I'm like, I don't know. When I see him, we'll talk.
Yeah. Yep.
How do we know that the coffee hasn't always been there? And Steve just got to deal with Jake so his money doesn't go flying out the door.
I know.
Yeah. That's a road I'm not going to go down.
I figured if he's going to throw you under the bus, we could throw him under the bus.
Fair enough. That's actually fair. Yeah. That's fair.
All right. We really got to get out of here.
Redflannelcoffeego.com. Right? Yep. That sounds right. PJ30. For everything but this is special. There's no discount on this. But this, as you will be seeing probably next month, new studio, maybe some new stuff. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's next month. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, let's get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done.
But soon. All right, guys. See you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
I need some more pizza.